Hello, I'm Enrico De Paoli, and today we're going to talk about studio collaboration in record production. Stick around and I'm going to show you what I used to share my DAW screen, my voice, my webcam, the audio from my studio with my artists, my clients, and the people I train music engineering and record production with. Since the very beginning of record production, there has always been music collaboration. Obviously, it didn't happen at different locations in real time. Musicians, engineers, producers, they all had to be in the same studio. Or if they were in different studios, tapes had to be sent back and forth between studios. I remember back in the early 90s, I was working in a Ray Charles production, and tapes were being sent back and forth between many studios in Los Angeles while different sessions were taking place at those different locations. They were not connected though. They were total separate sessions. Then later on, the tapes would come back to the same studio where engineers and producers assembled those different takes of different songs to create the whole record. Then came the internet, but connections were very slow. But let's remember, audio for the most part was still recorded on analog tape. I remember not too long after that, the Village Recorder in LA was experimenting with ISDN internet for connecting sessions between different studios. But that was just the beginning of the whole system, and it was very non-practical and barely used. Fast forward quite a few years, I've always been involved working with clients at a distance, and I remember being back in LA in 2000, and I was mixing a record for this band in Brazil. I had the files with me already for mixing, but for them to listen to the mixes, they were quite far from Los Angeles, and I had to find a way of showing them the mixes as they were taking place. So the solution I found was to upload MP3 versions of my mixes to Napster, and then they would log on and download my pirate versions of my mixes so they could audition them. It was quite a revolution. This was back in the year 2000. I was in LA mixing for a band in Brazil, and they were listening to the MP3 version minutes after I finished my mixes, or as they were taking place. Let's also remember I could not send those MP3 files via email because they were just too large for the SMTP server. And before any of that, the only way an artist or producer could audition a mix we were doing at a distance was if we held the handset of a phone in front of an S10 speakers. I've seen that happening many times. Fast forward a few years more, and the internet was already something we used daily for a lot of tasks. And I was searching for ways to share my mixes, share my screen, share my voice when I was working away from my artists and clients, or when I was teaching music production at a distance. I tried to use Skype. Later on, I tried to use Zoom. I tried to use FaceTime holding my phone while sending MP3 files via email. I tried everything I could think of, but nothing really worked well until now. Not too long ago, I came across a system called MuseSessions, and it is simply amazing. I was blown away when I tried it, and I need to show you how it works. Let's take a look. It's important to keep in mind when I was trying to use Zoom or Skype to share computer audio, DAW audio to my clients and artists, it was a major hassle because I had to create a internal patch within the Mac OS to send audio from the DAW to an internal wire virtual patch cable so that Zoom or Skype could pick up that audio and broadcast it to its destination. With MuseSessions, there's a plugin that when you install the system, there's a VST plugin that you can just open that plugin to inside your master track. And that plugin will immediately route the audio from your DAW to your broadcast system, to MuseSessions. Let's take a look. So in order to download MuseSessions, you just go to musesessions.co, not com, just .co. Then you create an account, sign up. Then you go to download. You choose your system format, Mac Intel, Mac Apple Silicon, M Series, or Windows. You download, you install it, and you go to your DAW. Once it's installed and you rescan your plugins, you're going to find in your DAW under VST3 audio unit or AAX for Pro Tools, you're going to find the Muse two plugins, Muse plugin and Muse recording plugin. You're going to use the Muse plugin in your master track. When that opens, there's nothing to do here. This just transmits the audio from your DAW to the Muse app. Then you open the Muse app, you log in, you click on host session, you go through your settings, your voice microphone, it's set here to MacBook Pro microphone, your speakers where you're going to hear your artist from, or your musicians, or your producer, or your engineer, whoever you are working with. Your camera, it's set to FaceTime camera. My camera is covered up, but select audio inputs, selected MacBook Pro microphone. And then here, share DAW audio. This will pick up audio from the Muse plugin audio, Muse DAW Bridge, which is the plugin we inserted in our master channel in the DAW. In my case, Ableton Live. And then you select the audio quality that you're going to broadcast with. Then you have Opus 192, which is a compressed variable bit rate. Then you have Opus 96, which is a lower bit rate. You have high quality, you have highest quality, and then you have the PCM 16-bit and PCM 24-bit and even PCM 32-bit. Yeah, that's how good you can transmit your audio in real time to whoever is receiving it. You can also share the computer audio, which is not the DAW audio. Computer audio is, let's say you want to go on YouTube and you want to watch something with your artist, with your client, and you can share whatever your computer is playing. You can share that to the person in the other side of the connection. You can also share your screen. So when you select this, you will be able to share your DAW screen to the person on the other side. You can even share MIDI. That's right. You can even transmit MIDI between studios, between computers connected to this ecosystem, to this network. And how does your artist know how to log in to watch your session? Okay, you start your session, and then this window will pop up. Your session is ready. You just copy this link. You can just click here. Link is copied. And you go to WhatsApp or iMessage, email, SMS messaging, and you send this link to your client, to your artist, to your friend, whoever you want to join the session, watch your screen, talk to you, hear you speaking, see your webcam, and best of all, listen to your DAW audio. Okay, so they will have this link. They can either download the Muse app and work with you from their Muse app, or they can just paste this link to a browser like Google Chrome, and they can follow you up on through a browser. It's that easy. Okay, then you can close this up. You can go back to your DAW, and whatever you play, it's going to be broadcast to them. And whatever you've seen on your screen, they're going to see on your screen, providing you are sharing your screen with them. Aside from that, here are pretty cool things. This is where my webcam would be. I'll show you. Here I am. This is my screen of things I'm sending. So I'm sending my MacBook Pro microphone. I can mute what I'm sending. And then I have a talkback button, and I have an auto mute button. These are very, very cool. Talkback button, I have configured my right side shift key to be my talkback button whenever I'm hearing my session on studio speakers, so that the audio from the studio speakers don't go back into the microphone and create two signals that they would be receiving, one from the actual broadcast from the session from Muse DAW Share, and another from leaking the audio from the speakers into the microphone. So I can either manually mute every time, and then I'm going to have to unmute every time I want to speak to the person, or I can just hit the talkback button. And you can see it's muted. When I hit my shift key here, it unmutes, just like a big studio console, a talkback button. And then I can talk to my client on the other side. And when I'm done, I just release my right side shift key. Keep in mind, I configured the shift key myself, because the right side shift key is a key that doesn't usually interfere with any function in any DAW, be it Pro Tools, be it Ableton Live, or whatever DAW you use. I don't think the right side shift key does anything on any DAW. Okay, so this is where I'm sending my microphone to them. Okay, here is the Muse plugin audio, which is that plugin we inserted in the live master track. This broadcast is always being transmitted in high quality. This is always on, unless for any specific reason I want to hear something here and I don't want them to hear on the other side of the connection. Okay, when someone else logs in to the connection using the link you sent to them, there will be a window here, which is their window. And this window will show their webcam, and I can control their microphone level and their DAW level if they're sending any DAW signal to me in my end here. And there can be more than one person connected to the session. So this is an amazing system. It works like a charm. It's stable. It's high quality. It's real time. Very, very little lag. They have a free plan and they have a paid plan. Of course, the paid plan offers a lot more features. I don't exactly remember the difference. I know the free plan has like an hour limit. And if you go over an hour, you have to restart your session. I think the free plan only allows you and one more person, whereas the paid plan allows multiple people, even in different studios, to join together as one session. Working this way makes me feel like I have the musician or another producer or the artist sitting right here next to me, because they can hear me, they can see me, and they can, above all, hear my DAW audio very, very high quality in real time. Aside from that, there is a chat window. I can even type messages, and I can even send files. Let's say I made a print of my mix. I want to send to them. I don't need to use any other cloud system or WeTransfer. I can just send mixes from within the Muse session system right here. So I'm sure there are other features that I may be forgetting to mention, but I guess I covered the basics, and I encourage you to download now and to try MuseSessions. This is a game changer. Absolutely, this will change the way people make music in the world. Believe me, it won't take long until everyone is making music together using MuseSessions. I'm so impressed, and this changed the way I work. I'm Enrico De Paoli. This is the Mix Secrets TV. See you next time. Bye-bye.